everyone, today I am so excited to bring you the first of two videos that I am doing in collaboration with Lancome. So this video of course is then sponsored by Lancome, and today we are going to do an easy holiday look. And what makes it really, to me, a holiday look is a little bit of sparkle and my choice of lip color. But this is also a very easy look that you can do for every day if you need to wear it out and about all day long. And then if you want to go straight to your evening event, just change out your lipstick and make it a little more holiday. And speaking to that, even my outfit, it looks like in frame I'm just wearing a basic, actually old cardigan, but I did add a little sparkle. So we're all in holiday. So everything I'm going to show you is from Lancome, of course, and just hit the show more or check the description box for all of the products, all the shades, and of course all the links if you want to purchase some of these items for yourself. So I'm going to briefly mention some new skincare that I've been trying out. It is too early to speak on the efficacy of these as I've only been using them for 2 full days, but I do have to point out that I finally caved and started using the cult favorite Lancome Genifique serum, and I have to say, I don't know if it's just me, but I have noticed, especially this morning when I woke up, my skin looks much more even toned and more radiant than usual. But I really want to rave also about the Genifique, I can't say this, it's French. I'll put the name on the screen. It's their advanced eye cream from the Genifique line. And my eyes, my under eyes, have never felt more smooth and hydrated ever before. It's incredible. So like I said, too early to really talk about too much in detail about these. I did want to mention that the serum is part of a holiday set. You get a pretty good savings on that, so I'm going to link that down in the description box, and I will follow up with these in January more in depth in a different video. All right, let's get into the holiday look. So skincare is on, sunscreen is on. I do have a little friend here. We will discuss the concealer I've been using for many, many months that helps with that. But we're going to start with foundation. And especially these days, we're busy. Most of us do not have time to redo our makeup when we go out in the evening. So I'm assuming most of you are like me. You put your makeup on in the morning and you get on with your day and you don't fuss with it again. So when I know I have an extra long day that's moving into an evening event, I want a longer wearing foundation. This is fantastic. It's the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear. There are, I believe, 50 shades, so it's quite easy to find your shade range. I am currently using the shade 130 Ivory N, so it's more of a neutral undertone. You know, I have a little more to tell you, but let's just put it on and I'll talk while we go. So it is a beautiful glass bottle, nice pump. Every foundation should have a pump. I'm gonna start with one. I'm just gonna dot this around my face. It does have more of a natural matte finish. I do have dry skin and I find that it's not drying on me. It wears really nicely, but if you want to add a little more radiance, I'm going to show you another product that I like to use to kind of add a little more radiance to the skin. I'm just going to start patting this in with a damp sponge. That generally gives me less coverage, so I may go back and add a little bit more to the areas that I feel need it. So I mentioned it is 50 shades. Natural matte coverage, up to 24-hour wear. I cannot tell you if that's true. I haven't worn it for 24 hours, but it does last all day, which is all that I need. I am gonna add another pump. I probably don't need it, but I want a little more coverage on my cheeks and a little bit where that little friend popped out. I've had a little bit of a stressful week and my skin has decided to not play nicely. So I'm just stamping it a little bit in the areas I want a little more coverage. I love that this is also buildable. This is an absolutely perfect match for my skin tone. It's funny, as I was gathering products to make this video, I was shocked at how many Lancome products are actually in my everyday rotation. This is one that I have talked about many times before. It's the Teint Idole Ultra Wear. It's one of their newer concealers. I'm wearing it in the shade 090. This is a really great match for my skin tone, for blemishes. I can also use it under my eyes, which I like. What I really like about this is that it's not just a doe foot applicator, but it comes to a really nice point. So I can get it right where I want it. I don't need a lot. Now, when you're covering up blemishes, it's not gonna cover up texture, but it will help it blend a little bit better. So we're still gonna see that little friend there. And I like to tap it in with a brush first, and then use, again, a damp sponge just to get it into the inner corners of my eyes. I also leave the area that I want the most covered to blend last. I feel like you just get a little more coverage if you let it sit on your face for a few minutes or seconds. So I'm gonna blend in my eyes first, and then we'll address my nose. And again, because I want more coverage here, I'm going to use the brush. Because this foundation is a natural matte finish, I really don't need to set it with powder, especially because I have dry skin. I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes just because I like to do that to give it a little extra level of protection from creasing. I'm gonna throw in some contour and bronzer, and then we'll be right back so we can finish up complexion products and get to a really fast, easy eye look. Okay, bronzer contour's on. I also added a little bit of bronzer in the socket line and a little bit underneath my eye. It's not actually necessary for this look, but I decided to be a little bit extra. Okay, now on to highlighter, possibly my favorite complexion product. And this is not new to me, obviously from Lancome. It's the Dual Finish Highlighter in the shade Sparkling Pesh, which is peach, which is so pretty. I'm just gonna add that to the tops of my cheekbones. A little bit on the Cupid's bow and a little bit at the end of my nose. And I'm gonna hold on to this because we may use it again on the eyes. And then for blush, I have loved this blush color for decades, I think. It is their Blush Satil, and it is the shade Mille Glacé, I think. Of course, it's all in French, and I'm pretty decent at a lot of languages, but French is not one of them. And it's just a very beautiful, soft, easy to wear, neutral blush shade. Works with a lot of skin tones. And I like to layer my blush over the highlighter so it looks like the highlighter is coming from behind and you have this inner glow that I don't actually have. Okay, now on to eyes. First, I'm just gonna brush up my brows. I've had this for a long time as well. It's the Brow Define Pencil, and I have it in the shade Light Brown. So I'm just gonna brush up my brows, give them a little shape, and then fill in any sparse areas, let's call it. I do like to define the inner brow a little bit. I love that this is an automatic pencil. I don't have to deal with sharpening it, but it has a very, very, very fine point. I'm gonna fill in the tail end a little bit and then brush it through. I'll do the same for the other eye. I shall return to finish off the look. Now the eyes are super simple. You know I love an eyeshadow crayon stick, and this is one again that I have had in my collection for a little bit. This is their Ombre Hypno Stilo, and it is in the shade 25 Platine. Let me swatch it on the back of my hand. It is sort of a chameleon shade. It's sort of a silvery taupe. Isn't that beautiful? Very, of course, metallic and very easy. You don't need to add the definition with the bronzer. I just like doing that. And then I just drag it all over the eye. I also like the juxtaposition of the warmer tone from the bronzer and then this beautiful metallic shade. Don't forget, if you have hooded eyes, to look straight on with your eyes open, because you want to pull it above the hood so you can actually see this gorgeous shade when your eyes are open. This doesn't really require anything fancy as far as blending. You can just leave it like this, or take a synthetic brush and just kind of blend out the edges, maybe just a little bit. I usually just wear this as is. I don't set it with anything. I don't layer a shadow on top of it. But if you want to add a little extra shine, dip into your highlighter, and I like to tap it right in the middle. So now we're also kind of mixing metals. This is more of a gold undertone, and then the eyeshadow crayon is more of a silver undertone, which I think is really a pretty look. I'm gonna curl my lashes real quickly, and then we're gonna talk about mascara and one of my all-time favorite mascaras. Before we get to the actual mascara, we need to talk about mascara or lash primer. And my all-time favorite is the Lancome one that is, again, in French. So name is down in the description box. People use primer for various reasons. I personally like it because it separates my lashes a little bit and gives the mascara a little extra to cling to. So in the case of Lancome mascaras, I'm not really worried about longevity. They don't flake, they don't smudge on me, but I do tend to have lashes that naturally clump together, especially in the outer corner. And I also like that it adds a little more thickness to my lower lashes that need a little bit of help. So I'm gonna do one eye at a time. And then a mascara that I have been recommending for years is the MsGoldgirl. I have had it in waterproof, I've had it in black, I've had it in brown. This one's brown. I recently picked up the travel size version. I'm doing some traveling soon. I love that you have that option. The brush is the same in both, and I did pick it up in black. And I like to do my bottom lashes first. Just tilt my chin down, which is not the most flattering look. And then tilt my chin up and load it on. I look for a mascara that not only adds length, of course, but I like volume as well. And the MsGoldgirl adds up to what looks like 12 times the volume. And I love that it's buildable. And this mascara is the kind that is great straight out of a brand new tube, but also improves with time. So this is generally the finished face. We're gonna talk about lips in a minute, but before we move on, you can wear it just like this all day long, or if you wanna go that next extra level step, which of course I'm going to do, or you wanna save this for the evening when you're kind of amping it up a bit, I suggest setting your whole face with the Absolute powder. I have it in the shade Absolute Pesh, and there are different shades, so you can choose one that has a little more shine to it if you wanna just have it as a highlighter. This has subtle shine, so if you wanna use this as your highlighter during the day, I'm gonna add maybe just a little bit on my cheekbone. Whoops. Usually I don't recommend doing this straight out of the jar, but just so you can see, it does add a nice sheen. I guess I better add some more just to balance it out. So if you use it in a more concentrated way, you can definitely use it as a highlighter. But what I like to do, it's very, very fine, is just take a little bit and tap it into the cap. And when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. And then take that in a fluffy brush and just sweep it all over your face. And it's a very subtle difference, but it gives a beautiful airbrushed slight sheen without going over the top. I am avoiding this little raised area here. I don't need to highlight that. And I just think it's so pretty. It's extremely subtle, but it does add sort of a next level to your finished makeup look. Okay, I am going to go do my hair, so it looks like I'm going to a party, and then we will finish it up with lips, and I have a lot to share with you. All right, all I need to do to finish this off is to add something to my lips. Now, I have a new product, sort of. No, I have a new shade, actually, because I already have one of these products to talk about, but before I jump into the lip color I'm going to use, it wouldn't be a Lancome video without mentioning my all-time favorite liquid lipstick. And that is the L'Absolute Lip Lacquer. Great shade range. I love the colors from subtle everyday to bright reds and deep plums. It is a true liquid lipstick in that it looks like you just melted a bullet and put it on your lips. So it's shiny and glossy and it looks like real lipstick and it stays put. So I love these, and these are a great option for a holiday party. But I also wanted to talk about the regular lipsticks, the kind that come in a tube. Now I have a couple here. This is older. This is actually was a limited edition holiday packaging. I think Lancome excels at holiday packaging. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely love how they do lipsticks. Watch this. So it has the pretty gold seal at the top. You push it and out pops the lipstick. And this is a regular shade. It's just in different packaging. This is, oh boy, I think we're just have to consistently butcher the French language throughout this whole video. Peut-être. Anyway, I think this is a beautiful everyday shade, of course. Isn't that pretty? It would look really nice with what I'm wearing, but I decided to deepen it up a little bit for holiday. It's still in the pink range. This is their L'Absolu Rouge lipstick. Now they are reformulating these. These are already great, but they are reformulating them. Slightly different packaging. They're adding more ingredients that help with hydration and moisture. It's going to be 30% rose balm, so very, very hydrating. And they have different finishes. They have a matte finish, they have a cream finish, lots of shades. I picked up the shade 03 Kiss Me Ruby, and again, it's that. Let me show you. You pop the top, bing, I love that. Anyway, so this is Kiss Me Ruby. Let me swatch it on the back of my hand. If you are not a fan of red, but you want a more dramatic lip, that is a beautiful shade. And I'm gonna just put it on straight from the bullet, no lip liner today. So it's a little red, it's a little bit pink. It is definitely perfect for a holiday event, or those of you who like wearing bolder colors, certainly you could wear this all day, all year round. That is the final look. Of course, if you wanted to finish it all off, Lancome is also known for their fragrances, and I need to mention that because there are a bunch of holiday gift sets on sale right now, and I will list those down in the description box if you are looking for a gift for somebody still right before the holiday is over, or you wanted to pick something up for yourself. Definitely check those out. I think each makeup product on its own is fantastic. I think when they all come together, especially when you add this Absolute powder at the end, it just does something special to the skin. I hope you enjoyed this look. Let me know if there are any products that you use and love from Lancome that I haven't mentioned. I would love to explore more from this brand. Don't forget, I have more coming in January, follow up on the Genifique serum and eye cream, and a few more products to talk about, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss those. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.